Not much of a green thumb. That's why I leave it to the expert, David Whitwam, Whitwam Organics out here in the Good Day Garden. How is it look? First of all, how are you, and how is it looking out here? Are we where we need to be?
Well, I'm doing great. Look at it. I mean, it's not just surviving the summer; it's thriving, and a lot of that has to do with just getting the right stuff planted. So, you know, I kind of pick some of them, but over there we have these amaranths growing. We have some Egyptian spinach. I harvested a bunch just by tipping the plants. I mean, this is quite a nice greens harvest.
I thought that was a bouquet for me. No? But thank you.
Well, I thought Jen was coming out here. So.
Yeah, that's what it was. The disappointment on his face when I walked out the door, I know.
But we have eggplants growing. They're about to start producing. The things I'm most excited about is our cowpeas. We're starting to get the flowers and the little peas. Here are the cowpeas. I'm calling them cowpeas, so like they're black-eyed peas.
Yeah.
But these are actually pink-eyed, purple-hulled peas.
Oh, very
But
cool.
essentially black-eyed peas.
Okay.
And then what I'm most excited about is our mini watermelon. So we have our little watermelon. We featured these on here before, and yes, you can grow these all summer.
And they don't get that big, and you call them what again?
Icebox watermelons.
Okay.
And they get about this big to maybe this big.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I want to spend time on that question.
Yeah, so the question is, obviously we got a ton of rain, so what do we do when we know we have all of this rain coming, or if we've already gotten it?
Right, so first of all, I've backed the irrigation down out here to twice a week. If you're hand watering, you might not water at all. I mean, and that's only because I'm only here once a week. Right?
Yeah.
So if I eliminated it altogether and nobody was watering, and with this heat, if we do string together 3 days and no rain, the plants could really suffer.
Okay.
So I have it at least watering a little bit every couple days. So I've way backed off on the water. The next thing is we have a raised bed, which is great because it's actually keeping our garden from flooding.
Okay.
And
that was good. Yeah.
Speaking of flooding, if people don't have a garden yet and they want a fall garden, this is a great time of year to get out there and scout your yard and figure out where your low spots are and kind of figure out where you want to put your garden.
Okay, so yeah, you need to figure out where you get a lot of rain or where you don't get a lot of rain, and then plan accordingly. Because you said if you're putting your garden in when it's dry, that doesn't exactly...
It doesn't tell you where your low spot... I mean, you might be able to figure it out, but some spots that look like high spots, they hold water.
Okay.
You know, because water needs a place to go, and it might not have a place to go. Another thing, if you're doing raised beds, be very cautious that you're not blocking a place that, like, water leaves your property. You might be damming up the rest of your yard.
My yard is now a lake.
Right.
What happened?
Right. But the most important thing I do is I bump up my liquid nutrients, because with all this rain, it can actually wash some of the nutrients out of the root zone. And so I just use a little more than normal, the Micros Plus for micronutrient, and the Compost Plus to just kind of give them a little bit of growth. With all this rain, you don't want to overdo it. We don't need this stuff washing into our water. But that's why I use the pump sprayer instead of the watering can.
Okay.
Because then I can just give each plant a little burst of the nutrients right at the root zone.
Okay.
Like, keep it where you need it.
Okay, perfect. David Whitwam, Whitwam Organics, I appreciate it. And if you have a gardening question, send it to David. You can send it right here, Good Day Tampa Bay @fox.com, and we'll answer those questions right here in the Good Day Garden. Jen?
You know, it's been a while since I've received a
bring it to Jen.
bouquet
Yes.
of flowers, never spinach. I believe that's what that was. So thank you, David.